One of our greatest resources is our land, not to mention the people who take care of it. And sometimes farmers and ranchers get overlooked. Not today, though. Stefanie Smallhouse is with us, and she's going to be sharing an incredible recipe for your family enchiladas. But your husband is a fifth-generation Arizonan rancher.
Yes, his grandfather came to Arizona in 1884 and established the ranch, and we've been there ever since. I have two small children that are sixth generation, and we raise beef cattle, we do alfalfa hay, and we also do mesquite lumber that we cut and mill right there on the ranch.
Their ranch is down near Tucson, by the way, and the enchilada recipe that we're making utilizes some of the beef that is actually
partial to
raised.
beef.
Yeah, I am too, by the way. All right, well, I want to talk about some of the conservation practices that are utilized on your farm, things that we don't typically think about outside of Earth Day, and then we'll talk about some of the tools that you use as well.
Great. Yeah, Earth Day is very important to agriculturalists, of course, because that's what we're using. We're using the resources to grow the food for people, and I think people don't realize the fact that we practice conservation every single day. We do it with technology and irrigation practices. We do it with grazing management. Tractors have GPS units on them now. Makes it highly efficient, and if we didn't practice conservation, we wouldn't be on the same piece of land for 125 years. So the agriculture industry in the United States is very sustainable and productive, and it's because of the conservation measures that we put into place.
But we have to support it to make sure it stays in existence.
Exactly. You know, I don't know how long we've been celebrating Earth Day, but farmers and ranchers have been working with the USDA, Natural Resource Conservation Service, and their local conservation districts for 67 years. So we've been doing this for a long time.
That's good. You guys were getting it long before we all were. All right, some of these tools are really cool. They kind of take you back in time. You're utilizing these, well, I don't want to call them old, but practices that were utilized back in the 1800s work today.
We have tools that we've been using for 100 years and are beneficial, like what you see here, and we also have moved into more technology and science-based information to keep things going. This is a riata. It's very old. Today they look a little different. That's what you would use for roping and getting your calves and things like that. Use it for all sorts of things on a ranch.
These are really cool. They've been in your family for how many years?
Quite a few years. I pulled those off of a pile. It could be anywhere from 20 to
out of a
50,
pile?
70 years. Yeah.
Okay,
we go through them. So no problem there.
All right, well, let's get to the recipe. I want you to follow along. And as we get to this, what's so cool is that, again, we've got items that were either grown or raised right here in the state of Arizona. And this is really a low-cost meal, too.
Exactly. This is beef from our ranch. I've already mixed pretty much everything because of time constraints, but basically it's a beef dinner. It's highly nutritious, a lot of zinc, a lot of iron, a lot of B12, and everything else that's going to go into this is going to make this a very nutritious and affordable meal. The thing that I really like about it, my mom actually came up with this, and I've been making it for my family, and if anybody can stretch a dollar, it's my mom. And so she figured out a way to make up something that looks great on the plate, which we'll move through. We've already have the beans cooked here. We've got this cooking. The red chili I've already also prepared, and all of this is on the recipe on Arizona Farm Bureau, azfb.org, and also a link on your site.
That's right.
We'll
put one up on our page, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm just going to demonstrate what makes this dish a little bit different from your regular enchilada-style burrito, and that's the bean sauce. And the reason my mom came up with the bean sauce is because, you know, kids, they get picky and they don't really like heat sometimes. And, you know, at my house, you ate whatever was on the plate.
Absolutely.
And so she altered it a little bit and made this bean sauce so that us kids could have the bean sauce instead of the red chili. So what you do is you put your prepared beans, a little bit of your bean broth, save that back, and I'm also going to add just a little bit, and again, the measurements are on the website, a little bit of this to that. And then we're going to go ahead and blend that up. And, you know, like I said, you know, American farmers and ranchers are very proud of the fact that they produce safe, affordable, and abundant food. And this is an affordable meal for sure. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and pour the beans, and I've already obviously filled these tortillas with, and you might want to, you might want a little bit more blended than that. And then you're going to put your red chili sauce over the top of that.
This looks so good.
It's pretty yummy. It's been a family favorite of mine, and like I said, I've been eating it since I was a kid. And then you're just going to add whatever you want. It's just a smorgasbord of toppings. Put a little cheese on there. We're going to put a little lettuce on the side. You can see a little lime for garnish. And then you got your tomatoes. And, you know, all of this stuff, with the exception of the avocado, is grown in Arizona. So this is a local farm food right here. And so you can see that, you know, you can just make it look great, and it's affordable. It's something that anybody can serve that is tight on a grocery budget.
And if we want to get our hands on some of the beef raised on your ranch, we can get in touch with?
Well, you know, anytime you want to buy local, you can go to the Arizona Farm Bureau website. It's azfb.org. They highlight local producers there, and they also highlight Stretch Your Dollar. Like I was saying, my mom's great at that. And they highlight Arizona ranching families. So, you know, I'd like to think from this meal here that the Midwest might be the breadbasket, but Arizona is the whole enchilada, so to speak. So we grow everything here, so you're likely to find what you need.
Stefanie Smallhouse, thank you. A good reminder on this Earth Day to make sure we keep our dollars here in the state of Arizona and keep those jobs here, too. You can find more Stretch Your Dollar recipes on the Arizona Farm Bureau's website, as Stefanie mentioned, fillyourplate.org, or find more information there about Arizona's farmers and ranchers, including a list that will sell directly to you. Sounds good. If you'd like more information about the Arizona Farm Bureau, you can find that at azfb.org. The Arizona Farm Bureau is, by the way, a sponsor of Sonoran Living Life.